speed. Live it.
Hey, what's up? It's your girl Vita Guerra, living the low life.
Today on Livin' the Low Life, we enroll in the new school.
Check out your flavor.
It's too crazy.
Imports, tuners, and Euros that are cruising onto the scene everywhere you look.
We like to ride low, low, low.
Speed, are you getting this?
I think I'm speechless.
Wow.
2 thumbs up.
Drop bomb!
Most low-lifers live and die by the bow tie, but the kids go crazy for the Euros.
To truly get to the beginning of this lowriding story, we have to look at the evolution of a lifestyle.
There's all types of forms of lowriders.
And one of the latest types is the Euro.
1990, the Euro was coming in. By 1995, it was blowing up. It was strong, real strong.
We see a lot of the Euros out there, especially going to a lot of shows. We see a lot of the new cars coming out with their own twist. It might be Lambo doors, it might be candies, you know, that might be changing the whole front clip of a car.
Right now is the new modern. It's called the Euro car. They ride big rims like a toy and toughen 30 with airbags.
Some of that sounds familiar, but it's a whole new deal.
It's too crazy.
Well, we've always believed that when it came to building the Euros itself, you have the grandfather in the bomb, you have the father more on the traditional lowriders, the 64 Impalas, and you always had the kids. You know, some of the kids actually got into the import cars themselves, and plus a little more affordable to buy, but they still have the passion of lowriding within them.
True lowriders see how it all evolved.
But just another takeoff of what lowriders are.
You know, even Mercedes and BMWs out there with the new look. But it all goes back to the same, you know, original look. You know, everybody likes to put a candy paint job on their car. A lot of them have even spokes. A lot of them are going into the new wheels, you know, the big wheels. But a lot of them still want to sit low.
That's the way we are. That's the way we like it. We like to ride low, low, low.
This lowrider movement didn't begin as a high-dollar art form. These days, classic cars are expensive, but back in the day, a car like the Impala was an affordable ride to trick out. The new Gen crew is doing the same thing with these cars.
It's a cheaper car. You know, they probably got the car from their mom or their grandma or something. I mean, it's a Honda, it's not worth the crap. So you get it, you know, and you got to fix your car up, and your buddy's into lowriding, you know. He's got like a badass Chevy, so you're like, oh man, maybe I can get some wheels. So they end up getting a set of Daytons from their friend, and then they end up turning their Honda into a lowrider.
It's affordable compared to a traditional lowrider. You know, you go buy an Impala for X amount of dollars. Now you gotta get it running and accessible and paint it. You buy a tuner car and a set of wheels, stereo. It's the same thing when the lowriding scene came out with the mini trucks. You got them and you can go from here to Riverside in a tank of gas or whatever, and it was easy.
It's just an evolution of like lowriding. I mean, like you just lowride whatever you got.
Vintage or new wave, everybody here is singing the same tune.
It's just the car enthusiast, that's what we like. We're crazy about cars. That's how we roll.
So where do you go for some of the coolest cars and the hottest nightlife? That's Hot Import Nights, baby.
New rides need a new venue. Welcome to Hot Import Nights.
Hot Import Nights is a unique scenario where they take the concept of a car club atmosphere, they take the car club culture and the nightclub culture, and they really bring it all together.
And they bring it all together with cool cars, crazy crowds, and just the right elements.
So the hottest models and the hottest cars you've ever seen. It's just one big adrenaline rush. I saw a couple girls here.
There's tons of girls here.
Okay, look, here's the deal. Back to like those Harley calendars or those car calendars I'd see in the mechanic shops. Girls have always gone with the cars.
Come on, freak it out, the sensation. Body free, generate the foundation. Come on, freak it out, the sensation. Body free, generate the foundation.
If you ain't here, you're missing the action.
And that's not all. You're also missing some killer cars.
Honda Civic 97.
The 2000 Mitsubishi Eclipse.
I got a 94 Accord EX.
I got a 92 Honda Civic.
It's my perfect color.
The Boston Lowriders Club is in the house, and they brought the whole fleet.
We got Hondas, Lexus, Mercedes, BMWs, Toyotas, Nissans. We got all different type make and models right now in this show.
They're a tight club.
We're a lowrider team. That's why we're called Boston Lowriders.
We are a family. That's how we're gonna keep it alive for years to come.
They make sure that their cars have it all.
Went to everything, luxury, sporty, nice wheels, nice custom paint, nice interior, system, custom trunk.
They customize just like the vintage lowriders.
We got the newer cars with the custom systems in the trunk. They also had a custom interior. We do the same thing, it's just pretty much a newer car. Every year a new car comes out, so a new car's gonna get lowered, and new cars are gonna be customized. I think it will never stop.
Hot Import Nights may not be your typical lowrider show, but some of these guys are definitely living the low life.
It's real low. You have the chassis of the car real low to the rims. You can barely fit your fingers under between the tire and the fender, so yeah, it's scraping the ground.
If your car is stock height when you get the car in the factory, then it's not a lowrider.
Oh my God! Speed, are you getting this?
Check this out.
I've always wanted a Pinky Clips. So I started buying body kits for it and everything. Once I got all the pieces in, then I brought it to an auto body shop and they put it on for me, they painted it for me. We actually custom made the color there. I was very proud to be a part of that because we added metallic flake to it.
In the place, the groove has really got it going on.
In the interior, we did while it was at the shop. Me and my sister's boyfriend took it all out, painted it, put it all back in. So it all came together pretty much in the end. And under the hood, I have a couple things done. I have a cold air intake and a stage 1 racing clutch and a catback exhaust system, which I was like very lucky to be a part of putting that in because it's a learning experience. This whole car, I learned so much. We're just doing hands-on stuff.
This girl knows how to shake things up.
I think a lot of people think it's different, so it's different to me and I love it. And I'm here because this is my lifestyle. I love being around it, whether I'm in it or not.
Wow.
Up next, we have Ronny PI, one of the best Euro lowrider builders in the game, so check it out.
This is a top show car that could be an Impala or a Caprice, but it's not.
What kind of car is this?
It's a 1989 Nissan Sentra.
Safe to say, it's customized.
My car has 4 pumps. So most cars have 4 pumps. It has spokes, a lot of engraving, more engraving than some Impalas that are out there. A wild paint job. The interior, the custom biscuit tuck, the cut glass, everything that a lowrider consists of.
Well, it has some differences as well.
Hey, it's in the other side?
Drives from the passenger side.
I think I'm speechless. Tell me from start to finish about this car, the concept, how you came up with it, everything.
Cut the top off in high school because that was the way to roll.
Uh-huh.
And then after that, cruised around in it for a couple years, was fixing it up, and then decided to take it to another level. It started going further and further to the point where we couldn't turn back.
Clearly, he really couldn't turn back. It's all over the top.
The hydraulics is, they actually go in the vehicle and come back out. 4 pumps, everything's hard-lined, and there's engraving on it. Actually, there's $100 bills on the back of the hydraulics. It has a suicide hood, which opens to the side, and the motor and the transmission is completely gold-plated.
Ooh, it sure is.
The hood's been molded smooth. The fenders, they open up.
Oh, my God.
The windshield's chopped 7 inches, kind of like a hot rod, the way hot rods do it, to kind of be a little bit more futuristic. The window post where you're touching right here, they're made to be molded to the windshield, so when the door opens up like this, the post doesn't come with it.
Gotcha.
And he also has another element found in all top lowriders, a plush interior, originating from a long tradition of amazing designs seen throughout the lifestyle for decades.
The interior was made to look like it has a 3D effect. On the seats, you'll notice there's 2 parts going the same direction, maybe a little off, so when you're looking at it from the front or the back, it gives you like that 3-dimensional look. The theme of the dashboard was to try to make it look like a Rolex watch. That dash is completely from scratch, and the gauges are a little bit different. Nothing that car would have came with. The doors were made to open up like an X.
Oh, my goodness.
Seat swivel.
So you can open it like this, and you get in like that?
Yes.
Okay.
Also,
I've never seen this before.
The back seat was taken out, so that way it's made like a walkthrough, so you can see from the front to the back. It has Mustang GT lights that are built in. There's 2 trunks normally, and they open up into 2 pieces. And it'll go any direction you want it to go.
So when in the shows, do you have it, when you have it displayed, you have it displayed with like, just
yes.
like, okay.
I usually will have one going in one direction and the other one going in another direction.
No matter which way you open up this car, it's like nothing else you've ever opened before. And this car looks good under the sun or after dark.
When it's in the dark, it looks like, shoot, it's hard to explain. I'd have to light it up for you, to tell you the truth.
So let's light it up. Touches like this explain why Lowrider magazine named this the Euro Champ for the years of 2001, 2002, and yes, 2003.
It actually doesn't go to no more car shows. It hasn't been to a car show in about 5 years.
Why? It's retired?
It's retired.
This guy's been hooked since childhood.
I was intrigued by the paint jobs, all of the shades, the colors, you know, just amazed me. It reminded me of nail polish, but 10 times shinier. I came home, got my Hot Wheels, stole my mom's nail polish, and started painting them. Next thing you know, I seen she had some clear. I started trying to clear them, too.
He was born to customize.
At JT Auto Body, you'll find cars that rock out loud. Brother Tony at JT definitely has a little Lolo in his blood.
We're crazy about cars. That's how we roll. JT actually here transform all the cars and SUV into a transformer car. We make all the door going crazy style, even split up the hood. And we make the car tough into 24 to 26, including 32.
Look how this rolls.
It's too crazy. They thought he just bought it out the lot and called it a day, but it's not. But when our client brought it to JT, so Brother Tony will evolve the ride and make the modern car into the future car.
I got a Lamborghini door, I got a butterfly door, and I got an airplane door, and I got a helicopter door. Pretty much all my doors are different in this ride, something that you haven't seen out there.
We make it high, we make it low too. We make evolve into the color, into candy paint, into marble paint. Any color what customers want, and JT provide for them, make them happy.
These cars borrow heavily from lowriders.
You got your candies, that came from lowriders. You got the silver leafing, that came from lowriders. And then you got all these kind of crazy doors opening different ways, and that's all Lolo, Stilo. You remember back in the days, you know how everybody was cutting hoods or fenders just to make it look different. So that's how I was seeing that. I was like, I gotta do something with my ride to make it look kind of a low, but into a new stilo.
We like to ride low because the car looks so nice, and with body kit with paint job on it, you ride low. When you get to your destination, when you drop it, it looks beautiful. It just like slam to the ground.
Whether your Impala is scraping on 16s or your import is tucking some huge tread, the idea is still the same.
Let's get low, 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 right? That's it.
They are low.
We use airbags, suspension now, for up and down, but pretty much it's the style itself, with the paint and sitting down nice and low.
It's a mix of styles.
It do have connection with the lowrider and connection with the Euro too, because lowrider a lot of time is evolving to hydraulic stuff. But into Euro style right now, we deal with airbags. With the hydraulic, it's kind of like, a lot of battery involved to it. You could jump like 5 feet, 8 feet to 10 feet. But into airbag, stuff like that is more smooth ride, like it doesn't hop that crazy in the hydraulic.
In this place, they love riding low.
He riding low. How he do that? That's the way, the guy pimp it all out, to let the girl, check them out, see what's up. And it looks so nice. It's like, how this car drives so low? Why, mom and dad, your car look, riding so high like a 4Runner? Why this guy riding so low? How he do that?
And beyond stance and body mods, look inside.
We pimp it all out. Now they're into, alligator, wrapping interior alligator like Louis Vuitton, Gucci, you name it, Coach, and some, straight out ostrich. So it's too crazy.
You want crazy? Try out these electronics.
Nowadays, the audio is like too crazy. The modern day right now, technology is the best.
These guys love their work.
That's the way we are, that's the way we like it. We like to ride low, low, low.
Vita's hanging out with Ronny PI. Ronnie is a top designer and builder, a true innovator whose passion was once creating cool low-riding Euros. And to prove it all, he ran out of space in his trophy room.
I don't really work on Euros no more. I mean, I have in the past. I used to own a car shop for about 5 years, and I worked on a lot of imports, like for hot import nights. I did a lot of cars that had that wanted to be a little more extreme. They wanted to have suicide doors, or they had light conversions like BMW lights on a Honda, stuff like that.
Vita decides to make her intentions clear.
I would love to drive this car.
You want to drive? I'll let you drive.
You let me drive?
I'll let you drive.
All right, we're gonna have to put it all the way up because
Ready?
I'm a shorty. Whoa!
It'll go if you want it to go.
Yeah! Like, really? Like a lot.
Low riding transcends eras, generations, and continents. New builders and different influences are here to make low riding into a whole new lifestyle, utilizing makes, models, and years that prove one sure thing. If a car culture can enjoy this much variation, it's clearly arrived as an art form.
They're trying to just put, their own twist and look into what the new style cars are. I just like to see what the new cars of the future are going to be, so that we can see, what their look's going to be like.
Well, their look will undoubtedly borrow from the past, recycling great styles and making them new. And of course, other builders will take their cues directly from fellow car enthusiasts.
I've been with some fellow lowriders, and we've gone to hot rod shows, and I've seen them talk about the cars, and they look, they're like, I'm gonna do that to my car next. And sure enough, they do. And it turns out to be beautiful, and they take their car to the next level.
So what do you think about my driving?
You're driving cool. You're driving like a lowrider. You're cruising.
Oh, yeah? Look, Mom. Woo-hoo. 2 thumbs up. I love it.
Ride tonight. Everybody looking for places to go. We're looking fly tonight. Ain't nobody really trying to go home. Ain't nothing on the spot tonight. About to get it crackin', so bring your girls home. If you ain't down tonight, you can keep it pushing and take it on home.
Those are just some of the ways that the next generation is taking this lifestyle to a whole new, but beautifully low level. Catch all of you later.
the new generation, but going to the old guys, the OGs, what we call the OGs, and asking them to paint their cars and stripe their cars and even do their upholstery.
When it comes to building a lowrider, it's an art. And if you decide to do it, you better do it right if you're gonna compete in the lowrider industry.
Like, if you want your friends to be impressed, you gotta sand all night and spray all day.
Living the low life.